Hello and welcome to Blackboard Essentials. This is Mike Myers and I'm a faculty fellow in SIL, the Center for Innovation and Learning at National University. In this short video I'm going to give you a day one introduction to your course, your training course, and give you some tips and tricks on how to deal with Blackboard. So the first thing you want to do if you haven't already is go to the National University single sign-on page. That's at nu.octa.com. Once you reach there, you're going to put in your username and password, and these are going to match your email. Once you sign in, you'll come to the single sign-on page. Now this may change over time as we add more items to the sign-on page, but here you can see a link to Blackboard Learn. You'll just click on that. It'll bring you to the Blackboard Learn page. The first thing you'll see then is a different type of module setup than we had from when we were in eCollege. Quickly you'll be able to access your courses. So here you see my courses that I'm involved in here in the center. You'll see the same type of setup on your screen as well. There'll be announcements that are feeding from your courses, a direct widget to the tools, and so forth. Unlike in eCollege, you actually have an ability to switch on and off the different courses you'll see in your login page. To do that, you can just click on this little gear here, the settings page, where you can manage your courses. When you click on that, it'll call up a screen where you can click on and off all of the different courses you're involved in. Once you do that, you just scroll to the bottom, click Submit, and it'll update your course page. So first you want to do is click on your Blackboard Academic Essentials course. That's the first one we'll look at today, and then we'll come back and you'll actually open up another browser and click on your EDU 600 course. That's going to be your sandbox course, and I'll explain that in just a minute. So in the Blackboard Academic Essentials course, this is where you're going to be learning about Blackboard, clicking on the different areas, and of course submitting your assignments for the training. The other course we're going to be utilizing in this training is the EDU 600 course. Now what this course is, it's a complete sandbox course. Sandbox meaning that here in this EDU 600 class you can play, you can practice, you can post announcements, and you can learn Blackboard on your own. You can practice over here in EDU 600. One thing you'll notice once you get into both of these classes, so again here you're going to be the student in the Essentials class, over here you're going to be the instructor in the EDU 600 class, is they're set up slightly different. So each course will be a little bit different depending upon what settings you have as an instructor or as a faculty member or as a lead faculty, and also how the master course came over from eCollege and what settings and permissions you have, whether you're a lead faculty, instructor, or an adjunct. So if you see, if I open up another course that I'm involved with, which is a finance course, again the tools and everything look slightly different, but in Blackboard we have basically the same setup. On the top right is going to be the support button, the content collection, which is actually your mobile file cabinet. You can put files and things in here, and I'll show you that in just a minute, and the home button that goes back to your home screen. But in Blackboard, most of the action is going to happen on this left-hand navigation screen. So you can see the same setup sort of exists between these sandbox course that you have, the EDU 600, and this finance class. There's the home page, which is this area here with the different modules with alerts and announcements, tools, tasks, and a report card. The syllabus link is here, and that's exactly the same syllabus link and syllabus area that we had from eCollege. There's an announcements area. A new feature we have in Blackboard is the calendar area. The calendar is going to have all the different stuff that's going on in your courses, and we'll cover that one in just a bit as well. There's an immediate link for Blackboard Collaborate, and of course the different sessions or units in the class. In this case, the finance class has a 2-week course, so there's only 2 units here available to you. So these would be called week 1, unit 1. In our case, for our Essentials class, we're going to have day 1, day 2, and so forth. You notice that there's a course resource area. These are left-hand navigation areas that'll change slightly with the setup of your course. Again, check with your lead faculty in SIL to see what setup you'll be having. Many times you'll see an instructor resources area. This is where lead faculty can put instructor only information. Notice it's got this little X here that's going to be a hidden symbol in Blackboard. So when we switch to student preview mode, that'll go away. There's also oftentimes a link for course tools. These are the courses, the course tools that are available in the Blackboard in this course. Things like announcements, the calendar, my grades, email, and so forth. And of course, just like in eCollege, there's different ways, multiple ways to access these course tools through the course. If you don't have this course tools module here, you can either ask Sil or your lead faculty to add it to your course, or it's also down here in the course management area down in the control panel. If you just click here on course tools, you'll see the same types of items down in the course tools area that you see displayed here. Just like in eCollege, eventually you'll have the ability as the instructor to turn some of these on and off depending upon what access your lead faculty has given you. So back to the Academic Essentials course. So what you'll do is from day one, you'll see that there's activities here, but from the beginning you're going to want to start at the Start Here area. So when you click on your course, there's all kinds of instructions here. You can scroll down and see what's available for day one. There's a virtual office. There's an Introduce Yourself area. That's a discussion board. There's a pre-assessment, so you want to take that as your starting activity. And all of these things are outlined in the Start Here area description for you. So again, to step one, you'll take the pre-assessment. Step two, you'll do the Introduce Yourself area, so you'll click on that discussion board here and you can introduce yourself to the class that you're in for your training. And you can also download the course outline. So the course outline is basically going to have all of those things typed and written out for you. So these are all the things you're going to do in this training course. Some of these I've already gone over for you. So when you're ready, when you're past the Start Here area in your Essentials course, you're going to want to click on the Day 1 activities. So here is going to be all of the information about the training in Blackboard, get you started. So here they have the objectives for day 1 and the tasks. So again, for the first day, you're going to review these two areas, the creating community and the prepping your online courses, and then you're going to complete your day 1 activity. So as you scroll down in day 1, you'll notice first off, if you're new to Blackboard, there's these different types of icons that appear. They look like folder tabs or folders if they're actually a folder, or an item they'll look like a page. These are things that you want to interact with as far as reading and looking at information. The ones with the little pencil and the ruler, those are going to be activities. So for example, for day 1, you've got your activity checklist. You click on this and you can download this activity checklist. This is what you're going to be actually submitting in the submission area. So this little checklist is what you'll do for the first day, and we'll go through these in just a bit. There's a little reflection and collaboration discussion board you can engage in, and either myself, if I'm your instructor in the Essentials course, or someone else from the SIL team, they'll be checking your work daily, giving you feedback and engaging with you. So again, this home button will bring you back to the home page where we entered Blackboard. The content collection I'll show you next. So again, the content collection is your own personal file folder that exists in Blackboard wherever you are. So you can put different pictures here, different items for your class. You can even create personal folders for each class, like here's BST Statistics 322 that I teach in my school. You can basically sort them out by week, anything you might be adding to your course that's not existing already in the course files in the course. And then again, these will go with you everywhere depending upon where you are in Blackboard. Of course, you also have the support button where you can go and get support if you need it. Now if you click on content collection up here, it'll kick you back out to the content collection. From here you can upload files from your computer, create folders, and basically keep all of your work in one place in Blackboard. So I'll go back to the Essentials course. And as I mentioned before, in Blackboard there's many places to access different things. If you want to access your content collection from within the course that you're in, you can click on under the control panel here, here's your content collection, the same way as you have up here on the right. But when you're in a course, you want to be clicking on down here. This will keep you within the course. It won't kick you out like clicking up here on the right hand side does. So going back to day 1, what I'll do here is, since I'm in instructor mode, I'm going to click to your view, which is student mode, because again in this course you're going to be a student. So to enter student preview, you just click on this little button up here under the content collection, and you're going to get an orange banner displayed on the top that's going to tell you that you're in student preview mode. So from here, this is actually a true student mode. Like in eCollege, you could still see some of the hidden icons, hidden things, and you couldn't see them, but you could actually see the little asterisk next to them. But here you're going to have all of the things that you'll see just as a student would. So again, if I go back to day one, what you're going to do is read through these activities, then you click on creating community, and of course this is after you've done the start here activities. If you click on creating community, you're going to have all of this content to review on your own. There's different tutorials. This is in Storyline. And some of these you can click around. They're going to tell you about the online community, constructing announcements. These things you can click through, and they'll give you information about how to use Blackboard. The second one will tell you about the additional collaborative tools. So here you're going to learn about the syllabus tool, about the course messages, and so forth. So at your own pace, you can click through and read about Blackboard and learn about Blackboard on these basic activities. So again, that's your day one assignments. So these are your reading about creating community, preparing your online course. So you're going to learn about how to make announcements, upload files, send students emails, using link features, and so forth. So for day one, you have a little activity here, and there's a checklist that I showed you before. You can click on this and download that checklist. But to get to submitting your assignment, you click on the activity. This is what your students will do, and again, in this course, you're the student. It calls up the submission page. Here it has the rubric you can look at. These are the points that you're going to have for day one. If you click on View Rubric, Blackboard has the ability to put rubrics right into the course page. You can share these with your students or not. In this case, we're sharing the rubric. So again, this is all the stuff you're going to do for day one for me or your facilitator from SIL. You'll see you're going to do an instructor introduction, you're going to embed a photo, and so forth. So again, the submission page gives you all of the information you need. You scroll down, and once you do your activities, you're going to submit them here. So I've already downloaded that activity page. I'll go through these with you. So again, once you've read all of the content from day one, you're going to go ahead and do these activities. Now where you're going to do these activities is actually going to be in your EDU course. So now we're going to switch over to the EDU 600 course. So this course is a sandbox course, but it's a completely built out education course. So many faculty said they didn't want to have an empty sandbox. They wanted to actually see a running course that's working in Blackboard. And that's what you have in EDU 600. How do you know this is a practice course or a sandbox course or where am I? The easy way is to scroll down to your control panel and click on Users and Groups. This is the old administrative page from eCollege. If you click on Users, you'll see who's in your sandbox course. Here I am in mine as a faculty member, so I'm the instructor here, and Tim Duncan's here, Serena Williams is here, so you know that these are fake students. They're fake, but actually we've gone in and the SIL team has created content, so these students have actually submitted work so that you can grade. They clicked on stuff, they've posted to discussion boards, so they've really created some interactive fake students, if you will. So that's from the user page, you know where you are. And again, I have my content collection, which is here under the course management area. If I click there, I have all of my folders. I can upload pictures and files and so forth. So if I want to add anything to my course, I'm going to do it from my content collection area. What this will do eventually is allow us to not use the course copy functions. You'll have your master copied over each month, and then you can add your content that you've saved from your content collection. It will help you to make your own course unique or to customize your own course as you see fit, but still has all of the course content, the original course content, course outcomes, files and folders and so forth from the master shell. So again, the first thing you want to do is post a welcome announcement, and again I'm doing this in my sandbox course, my EDU 600 course. So I'm going to submit my assignments over in my essentials course but I'm going to actually do the postings, demonstrate what I'm doing in my EDU 600 course. So again, to make an announcement, you would have read this in the Essentials course how to do it. You click on the announcements area, and you can see I've already placed an announcement here, but to create a new one I just simply click on create announcement. You're going to see those builder functions all over Blackboard on that banner as you started. You can give it a name, here you have what's called the content editor or the WYSIWYG. You're going to see this wherever you create content in Blackboard. It has a lot of the features you'd see like from Word. It's a basic content editor, so you can type in things here. So you can type in a welcome announcement. You can put in your credentials. I'll leave this a little blank here, but you can fill it in as you do this assignment. You can add an embedded photo, which is done very easily by just clicking on these little icons up here. Insert or edit an image. Again, we're not going to browse my computer here. We're going to browse a content collection because I want to have everything coming from my content collection. I can just scroll down. I think I've got a pick ready here. I click on the little radio button. I can also click here to view it if I want to. Simply click submit. You have to give it a description. Again, that's for accessibility. So I'll just call this Professor Pick. You can give it a title and then click insert. And there your picture is now embedded in the announcement. If you want to see how things are going, you can click up here for preview. It'll show you a preview of the announcement. There's also a little Mashup button, which we'll learn about in later trainings, but Mashup button, you can go to Kaltura Media. If you click on there, you can record your screen, you can record your voice, and again embed this wherever you are in Blackboard as an announcement or as a discussion board area. You can also link it to a Collaborate session, so you can go ahead and create a small Collaborate session. Say you want to give them a topic to work on or give them some extra help in that session, you can do that, or you can link it to a Collaborate session you've done with the class. You can put different fonts in here, different texts. You can copy and paste things. You can put in web pages. You can insert media, attach files, all kinds of stuff from here. So again, I embedded my photo. Now in the announcement, I can make it date restricted by putting in different dates, or I can make it not date restricted. To send the email, I'm just going to click that little email announcement button. That'll automatically send an email to the class. To link it for a location, say you want to direct them to their week 1 readings, you can click browse down here in the course link. That'll call up this little dialog box that shows you all of the different things you can link to in this sandbox course. So I'll just click on week 1 readings. That'll send them to the week 1's reading area. So I'll say welcome to class, put in my description, little note, be sure to start with week 1 readings. And the link will appear beneath that. So again, I can preview this to see what it looks like. I'll scroll down and click submit. And now you can see my announcement is posted. It's told me it's successful. It's sent out the email, and now I have my embedded link feature. So then if they go to the course announcement, it'll take them right to the week 1 readings from my announcement. The other activity you're going to do is the calendar event. So again, I did all lesson 1. So back in my Word doc, I'm going to click these on and off as I do them. So I've done all that for the activity 1. For activity 2, we're going to create a calendar event. And that's done very easily in Blackboard. I'll go back again to my EDU class, go back to calendar. You can see I've already got a test coming up here. And to add an event to my calendar for my class, to make this a little larger, I just click on the Create New Event plus tab over here, give it a name. I'll say test coming up. I can give it a date and time simply by clicking here. So I'll give it a beginning and end date. I'll just make this a reminder event. Whenever you create a assignment or a test or survey, you can also add these to the calendar just by putting in the date, so it'll create a calendar event automatically for you. And now you can see I've created this test event coming up. If I click on it, it'll show me the event. So again, I go back to my Word document for my activities. I've created my event. I've done everything for day one. I'll save this one to my hard drive. So now I've done everything I need to do in my EDU class. I can even enter student mode up here if I desire to look at things, make sure everything's looking correct. And once I've done everything over here, I'll go back to my Academic Essentials class and I'll submit that Word doc, that checklist that I did everything here, so the facilitator would be able to check my work. So again, to submit that assignment, because over here I'm acting as a student, I scroll down to day one activity, scroll down to the assignment submission area. In this case, I'll browse my computer because I'm submitting this item as a student. I can put in a comment if I wish. Here is my checklist, and I'll just click submit. Of course, once I do that, what you'll see as a student, it'll actually show you the Crocodoc area, so we'll be doing some grading later in the course. I'll show you this in more detail, but even as a student, I can see what I've submitted, I can see my comments, and I can see that it's getting ready to be graded. So once the instructor goes in and grades it, I'll have that grade as a student. So this is a quick introduction to day one activities. Again, we're going to be doing our work. Let me exit the preview here. In this case, I'm going to keep all that data. If I do that, when I go into the grade book, you'll actually see in the Grade Center it'll actually show up as a preview user, and you can see I've already submitted that day one activity. And here you see all the students that are in my all the faculty who are students in my course are getting ready to submit their assignments. So when you are in preview mode, it'll actually create a username for you called preview. In this case, it's Myers Preview because it's me. It's really submitting stuff as a student. So in any class you're teaching, you can go ahead and test out the assignments, submit things, make sure things are working okay by just using the student preview mode. So again, this is a quick introduction to your Blackboard Essentials course. All these activities are done online asynchronously, so you can go at your own pace. Again, by clicking on these different areas in your Essentials course, you can learn about Blackboard by these different activities from day one to day 4. And then to practice, you're going to go into your sandbox, your EDU 600 course, and post announcements, emails, grading, all that stuff you'll do in your EDU 600 class. Then you'll submit your checklist over here in the Essentials course, and you'll get credit for your training. Then you can proceed to day 2's activities and learn more about Blackboard Learn.